Hello and welcome. This is the Midday News. Papua New Guinea is launching a new investment platform with the inaugural PNG Infrastructure Investment Summit set for 11th of December 2025 in Sydney. Designed to attract institutional investors, infrastructure financiers and regional partners, the summit will present major opportunities across telecommunications, transport, energy, and defense-related infrastructure. The summit forms part of PNG Investment Week 2025. Discussions will cover cheaper mobile services, new undersea cables, satellite broadband for remote communities, defense infrastructure partnerships, and the financing tools that will shape PNG's next decade. The event will help coordinate the growing number of infrastructure initiatives involving PNG. The Department of Treasury has issued 424.4 million kina in warrants, and the Department of Finance has remitted these funds to PHAs year-to-date in 2025. Minister for Finance Thomas Opa has confirmed.
Minister for Finance Thomas Opa has released a statement clarifying that the national government has not failed to transfer funds appropriated to the provincial health authorities throughout the country. He said to date, the national government has continued to honor its obligations as per budgetary appropriations to support the operations of all PHAs across the country despite their fiscal pressures and competing national priorities. For the 2025 fiscal year, OPA said the national government appropriated a total of 569.3 million kina to all provincial health authorities combined. He said this funding supports core frontline services, including hospital operations, rural health facilities, healthcare workers' salaries for those not in government ALESCO payroll, maintenance, and essential health programs. Minister Opa confirmed that the Department of Treasury has released an additional warrant of 78 million kina, and the Department of Finance has electronically transferred these to all PHAs across the country this week. This means 74.1% of the total appropriated funding has already been released within the normal expenditure timeline for the fiscal year. The remaining balance is fully budgeted for and will be released in line with the government's cash flow schedule. Minister Opa reiterated that the Mara Peroso government is confident that 95% to 100% of the 2025 PHA appropriation will be discharged before December 31st, 2025. Freddie Mo, TVWAN News.
31 members of the new committee were officially recognized and endorsed by the National Office for Child and Family Services on Tuesday, November 18, 2025 in Mount Hagen. The new committee was taken through a sensitization session regarding the functions of the NOCFS, the Lookout Pickaninny Act 2015, and the Adoption of Children Act, the Family Protection Act, the Juvenile Justice Act, and other related legislations and policies that govern the welfare and interest of children in the country. The committee will play a pivotal role in addressing the issue of street children in the province and more specifically in Mount Hagen, the country's third largest city. The formation of the committee arrives as a crucial time to address children's fundamental rights. The longest-serving National Disaster Center Assistant Director, Government and the Community Relations, Martin Mose, announced his retirement during the 9th Biannual Provincial Disaster Coordinators Conference in Mount Hagen on Monday, 17th November. After many years of hard work and determination, reflecting on his career and many years of making memories along the way, he said it feels incredible.
I'm especially grateful for the friendship and relationship that I have formed over the years. Working alongside such talented and committed individuals has been a privilege. And I know that the memories we have made together will last a lifetime. To my colleagues, I want to express my deep appreciation for your support throughout my career. Your mentorship and advice have been invaluable to me, and I feel fortunate to have had the opportunity to learn from you. To those still working, I want to share a few words of wisdom I've learned throughout my career. First, never lose sight of passion and your purpose. Your person will keep you motivated and inspired, and of course, your purpose will guide your actions and decisions.
More than 10,000 people in remote parts of Western Province will soon have easy access to government services. Oktedi Mining Limited has signed a contract to build a pilot road linking the Tabubil Also Bib Junction to Golgubib Station. The 8.24-kilometer road will connect isolated communities of Golgubib, Duwimin, and Imigabib to the main road network. For now, these areas can only be reached by bush treks or air travel. The Oktedi CEO, Candy Ilimbit, says the development will bring vehicle access for the first time and improve service delivery, economic activity, and daily life for local people. The project is funded through the Infrastructure Tax Credit Scheme, with Oktedi contributing 27 million kina and the Department of Works and Highways providing 10 million kina. Construction will take 18 months. Turning overseas, Cyclone Fina has intensified into Category 2 system. Forecasters are predicting it will hit the Northern Territory coast on the Kolberg Peninsula as early as Friday night. It also looks like it's probably headed for Darwin.
Darwin's busiest man, potentially for weeks to come.
There's going to be a lot of night shift, 24-hour shifts.
Residents urged to act now before Cyclone Fina gets here.
Any big trees throughout your property that are close to your dwellings, fence lines or neighbouring properties, definitely get rid of.
My mum says it's not going to be like the one with Cyclone Tracy where it destroys everything in its path.
The last cyclone to hit Darwin, Category 2 Cyclone Marcus in 2018, tore trees down across the city. 29,000 properties were without power, some for more than a week. Supermarkets today already short of some supplies.
Just buying some water and a few necessities for the kitchen.
I'm staying with my daughter.
Oh, really?
And she's ready for the cyclone, as far as I know.
People are getting a bit silly with panic buying and all that. We just went in there to get some standard snacks to reset our pantry. Like, people should have backup. They don't need to panic buy.
The Emergency Operations Centre behind me is where staff from key territory agencies will coordinate the government's emergency response if required. The NT Emergency Service today urging residents to prepare their cyclone kits.
Safest advice that we can give you is that if your house is built to code, that you stay in your home and maintain awareness of the escalations through the Bureau of Meteorology and through ABC and the other media channels.
If your home is not built to code, the location of emergency shelters can be found on the Secure NT website. With the cyclone's path unpredictable, emergency plans may not be needed, but there's no harm in being prepared.
Australia's autism diagnosis rates have surged in recent years as more is being learned about the condition that's fueling an increased demand for treatment options. But experts are warning against signing up for therapies that aren't evidence-based.
Learning through play. At this early intervention centre, autistic children are working on their social and motor skills.
What is good for one child is not necessarily good for another.
When parents come to Robin Hawkins, their child has usually just received an autism diagnosis.
Then they're tasked with doing all the research to find out what therapies are available and then trying to work out what one would suit their child the best, while they're also juggling siblings and marriages and work life.
Experts say the process can be overwhelming, making it difficult to determine which therapies are evidence-based.
There are a lot of these services both in Australia and around the world that lure vulnerable parents into this idea that there's an easy fix.
Clinics claiming hyperbaric oxygen therapy can alleviate symptoms of the condition are popping up across Australia, including on the Gold Coast. Patients are placed in a pressurised chamber which allows them to breathe in more oxygen.
The pseudoscience or the non-evidence-based treatments are entering this population, and it potentially may be giving false hope, delayed diagnosis and potentially mistreatment.
Gold Coast provider Oxygen for Life did not respond to the ABC's questions or interview request. On its website, it says the therapy is a complementary treatment for people with autism, which may improve language, increase awareness, behaviour and socialisation. But experts urge caution, arguing that evidence-backed early intervention is the best choice. A warning to parents to be diligent with their research.
In sports, London Broncos' Cumul's takeover is continuing at pace, with Apple Capinius, the latest Papua New Guinean to sign up.
After a takeover spearheaded by NRL icon Darren Lockyer, London narrowly missed out on promotion into a newly expanded Super League for 2026. But the recruitment drive of overseas stars has not let up ahead of another campaign in the championship, with current PNG head coach Jason Demetrio appointed as the Broncos' new boss, leading a new era at Plough Lane. Demetrio's arrival has been followed by several Kumul stars already, with Garavoro signing the latest to be announced after those of Morea Morea and Finley Glare. Added to that, the Capital Club is yet to announce the arrivals of PNG trio Jeremiah Simican, Robert Matthias and Nene McDonald, who have all put pen to paper on their contracts. And now yet another Kumul has been added to an ever-growing list in the shape of forward Apple Capinias. Born in Port Moresby, the Eastern Britain lad Capinias will turn 28 in January. He's primarily a front rower, but can also slot into back row and will arrive at Plough Lane following a 3-season stint in the Queensland Cup with the PNG Hunters. Capinias will get the first choice of his career to ply his trade at the first grade level in the club game as he joins Demetrio's London. Terry Longwood, TVWAN Sports.
And that ends the news update. Join us at 6 for more.